Alright, what up people? It's your boy Lazy, Nine Media, here to do a review on the EOS 800D, also well known as the Canon Rebel T7i. It is a 24 megapixel 0.20 after the 24 on the megapixels. So it's very good for photography. It is not a mirrorless. This is a DSLR, and since everything else is kind of going to mirrorless now, is it worth you buying one? And that would all depend on what kind of look you're trying to get. This is a EFS mount camera for its lenses. It is an APS-C sensor. Like I said, it's not mirrorless. It does have an LCD screen and a mirrored viewpoint. So the viewpoint, you aren't really seeing what you're going to be capturing 100% unless you're used to kind of judging off of just seeing little things inside of there that are illuminated to the mirror. Yeah, I believe it is a 3-inch sensor or a 3-inch LCD flip screen, all rotational, which is good if you shoot like sports and vlogs and stuff like that. It shoots video at 1080p, 60 frames a second at its highest. It does not have any slow-mo functions like the M50 or the Mark II. It just is what it is. This is one of my first cameras, the Rebel series. I think the T7i is the first one I got, then the T5, and then the T7. What I'm shooting on right now is the M50. I do use this a lot for photography and sports because it's an older camera if something happens to it. And since it does shoot 1080 at 60 frames, usually pretty good when I'm shooting skateboarding or something. Fisheye lens attaches, and it works great for that. The dynamic range isn't as good as the newer cameras or the mirrorless. It's not as crisp as the mirrorless cameras. So that's what I mean. Like, if you're looking to get almost more of like a old school photo vibe from your photos, the DSLRs are going to be the closest thing to the digital age of camera that you're going to get to that. The native ISO on this bad boy is 100 to 25,600, and it extends up to 51,200. I would not ever try to use this to shoot that high. It's low light, and ISO really grainies up and dirties the image on these pretty quickly. Its shutter speed is 1/4000 at its max, and it goes all the way down to 30 seconds open without a trigger. So if you have a trigger release, you can go to bulb. I don't know if you guys know this with pretty much every camera that has bulb on it. When you go to bulb and you have a trigger release, if you hold the timer on the trigger, you can shoot up to hours long photos if you're doing some night photography, star photography. But you know, just know that anything that's moving in that image is going to either disappear, or it's gonna smudge across the entire thing. It's good if you're trying to if you have a star tracker or something like that, which is nice. You do get good images. The images on this has the same megapixels as like the M50 does, so you're gonna get good photos with this. I mean, anything over 20 megapixels you're gonna get really good photos with. So they're just not as sharp as the mirrorless. That's really what there is about that. It has a DIGIC 7. I have a hard time saying that. image processor, and it is a dual CMOS autofocus with 45 points of autofocus. So when you're looking on the screen, it's got 45 points of autofocus. And like I said, again, no 4K with this camera at all. There's not even a magic lantern update for this one specifically. If you did like the T3 or anything like that, they have where you can kind of rewire the innards of the thing and make it shoot at higher stuff. But other than that, it's a good camera. It feels good in the hand. It's got good, nice rubber grip. It takes one SD card, but it's a good, just a good all-around camera. But if you're gonna spend the money, in my personal opinion, I would get yourself an M50. They're literally about the exact same price, and you're gonna get a little bit better image with the M50, to be honest. There are a lot of lenses for these, but they're starting to go out of style, so you're gonna get a lot of older lenses and stuff. You can, if you do have one of these and you do get an M50 and you have a bunch of lenses, you can definitely get a mount for the M50 to be able to mount your lenses from your Rebel series, the ES and or the EF and EFSs. That's how you're gonna get that. Yep, that's about it. So as per usual, guys, grab a camera, keep shooting. Appreciate y'all for stopping by, and that is our review on the 800D or Canon Rebel T7i.